Do you feel the vibe?
Hey, what's up guys, Royale here, and on today's video we're going to be looking at 5 things that Clash Royale could add to their game to make it better. Guys, I just want to apologize. I know I haven't been uploading as much, not like I was uploading like every day anyway, but I don't know, I ran out of ideas. I didn't really know what to upload. Like, am I just going to play on ladder all the time, like experiment with different decks that may or may not work? Like, I don't know, I just didn't see a reason to upload. I'm not just going to upload for the sake of uploading, you know. And this got me thinking that Clash Royale need to add something to their game that's not a grand challenge and it's not ladder, because at the moment that's pretty much it, you know. That's all you got, and if you don't like it, then lump it. So yeah guys, that's my little apology to you lot. I don't know if you missed me or not, but anyway, let's go on with the video. So number 1 is add a new game mode or feature, please. I know this is really obvious and a lot of people have been crying out for it, but I'm just gonna share like a few of my ideas that I wrote down. By the way guys, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. This is some P.E.K.K.A minor control deck if you wanna try it out. I don't really care if you do or not, to be honest. Anyway, so these are the things that I wrote down. So I don't know how they would do this. I'm not a gaming programmer, sorry. So I don't really know how they would do it, but maybe 3v3. I know it's a lazy idea. You just like 2v2 and then you do 3v3 or whatever. But when there's a will, there's a way, and that's how I want this game to go. When you have these certain game modes, they're crazy, they're different. Like when you play Triple Elixir, it's crazy. There's just so much elixir to mess around with, and you can have a really good time. That's like one of my favorite game modes. Is when they bring out the three elixir challenge. I don't know. It's just like, can you imagine if the whole arena was just filled with stuff going on, and it would just make the game really interesting. So yeah, I just played a Mega Minion when that giant skeleton's gonna die. Sorry, that wasn't a good play by me. My next point on the same subject is maybe have like a specific, elixir deck. So there could be like a challenge where, say 2.5 is the absolute maximum. Maybe I think that's a great idea, to be honest. When I thought of it, I was like, Ryan, you're a genius. No, it's just, and then you could have like maybe 5.5 to 7 elixir challenges. It would just make the game crazy, and that's how I want it to go. I want it. Obviously, you're gonna have the competitive. I can't even talk today, guys. I'm so sorry. Competitive side of it, where they have to keep things, you know, in order, like a normal game of Clash Royale. But if they just add all this extra stuff for free-to-play players like me, and well, not completely free-to-play, but you know what I mean. I don't spend a lot on the game just like to max out, basically. I haven't done that. I spend a little bit, but hey ho. And we're gonna go into OT right here. No, sorry, end of overtime. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, they need to add stuff just to mess around, you know. Like, it's a great game. Oh, girlfriends, eh? Always texting when you're playing Clash Royale. Yeah, they just, not everything has to be so serious, because sometimes I genuinely do feel like ladder is a pain in the backside. Like, I'm like, I have to do it right. I have to like embrace myself and just cry if I lose, because that's the thing. I'm scared to lose, where I feel like if it was just a mess around, then I wouldn't really care. So Yeah, that's how he won it. He's gonna lightning my E-Wiz. Wow, yeah. That was a good play, my friend. That was a good play. So yeah, my next point is maybe a challenge where I don't know if you lot remember, but when we unlocked the battle round, in the battle round challenge, you created a deck around that card, and I thought that was great because no one knew what the card was at the time. So it was like no one really knew what cards to play with it. Obviously, we do now, but I thought that was a really good suggestion by Clash Royale to do that, or supercell, wherever I want to call it. So yeah, so we've covered most of these. Heroes. Yeah, I don't know how they would implement this in the game. It just sounds a bit crazy. Like I watched Clash with Ash, one of his episodes where he actually speaks about the heroes, and I'm not sure. Like the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, you could get to play it once," and then I don't see how that would work. And if there was only 2, and if like everyone had them, then I feel like they would just cancel each other out anyway, so there would be no like skill involved. So I don't know. I don't know about heroes. I think the game needs heroes, to be honest. It's not Clash of Clans. I know people want it to be, but it's not Clash of Clans. We don't need heroes. They'll be too overpowered and they'll break the game, and no, don't like it. But that's something Clash Royale shouldn't add to the game. But I just thought I'd mention it, just like, I don't know, maybe they could have a challenge for it, like not competitively. That's very important that they don't break the game in that way, because that side's fine. It's the stuff you can do when you're not playing competitively, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, on to number 2. In things that Clash Royale could add to their game to make it better is, I get a lot of unwanted cards. I don't know about you lot. So for example, I don't play Lava Hound at all. So when I get a legendary card and I'm really excited about it, and I get the Lava Hound, I cry because I'm like, no, I'd rather have the gold. But yeah, so I'd rather Clash Royale offer me the gold. I rambled on a bit on the first point, so I'm just gonna fly through these. So maybe a trade shop. So if you trade in maybe 1,000 commons, you get a legendary. I don't know. Clash Royale decides, not me. So I think that was a good point. That's another thing they could add in the game. So yeah, you boost up your cards you use. So you actually use. So like you can swap maybe. I can't even think of the card right now. The bowler, for example. I don't use the bowler at all. So you can swap maybe an epic card for like triple the amount of res, or whatever the ratio is. Because my res are really struggling right now. I'm like level 12 and I've got level 8 res. Like it's not good enough, to be honest. We're going to number 3 is a weekend league. I don't know if you lot have ever played FIFA, but there's a weekend league and that's a lot of fun. Like you get so many wins. No, if you win a tournament, then you get entered into the weekend league, and then you get like 40 wins, and then you get you play 40 matches, and you get really good rewards. So I thought that was a great idea by FIFA. So maybe they could even bring that over to Clash Royale. Like it'll give you like an incentive to actually play the game and get your matches done. So that was a good one from me. Yeah, Ryan, you're a genius. You should just be the CEO of Supercell. We're gonna go on to point number 4. I'm just gonna fly through these now because I think I rambled on the first one a bit too much. That's because it's a very big topic about adding a feature. These are like very specific things. I think they should add more commons and rares to the game, because at the moment I think there is like 15 commons and maybe like 16 commons, and there's like 15 legendaries. Now, to me, that doesn't make sense. So less of the legendaries, please. More of the commons and rares. so we can actually play with the card when you release another one. Which brings me on to our next point, is when they do the challenges for the new card, maybe they should trial it, because with the Night Witch and the Royal Ghost, they sort of broke the game and it was in every single deck, and it's not healthy. So they could have just trialed it. If it doesn't work, if they think, like, yeah, they could balance it, but they could just add that card in for a weekend where they don't actually release the card. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. So they could just mess around with it, have some fun. Like, there's a lot of like ideas that fans obviously submit to them, and then they would like make some fan art, and maybe they could just put that in the game just literally for even a day, and people would just mess around with, because obviously a lot of people have good ideas, so maybe Supercell could use them. I don't know. Number 5 is make clans more active. Please, like, I feel like I'm using people, honestly. I just press the request button. There you go, guys, give me some cards, and it's not good, you know. Like, I remember in Clash of Clans, I did play it for a little bit. Obviously, I talk about it like it's not around anymore. I did play it for a little while, and yeah, we got the crown there. I did play it for a little while, and the clan was always active, and if you wasn't active, then you were out. Where I feel like people just sort of like roll by in Clash Royale. So one thing they could do for that is clan wars, and everyone says it, but that's the 5 things that I would add into Clash Royale. I want to know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you agreed with any of my ideas, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Oh, you're a little bit of everything.